church. More information is going to be shared by Fiona and Elvis. And here where we are at the Catholic Museum. So we are going to take a tour.
Welcome to Lubaga Hill. Though some people call it Lubaga, no, it is Lubaga. And Lubaga means making plans. Not Obubaga, but Lubaga. It is on this hill in the 1870s when Kabaka Mutesa I was staying here. He established a palace on this hill. So when the missionaries came, they are looking for Dr. Sir Albert Cook. That was James Martin, because Dr. Albert Cook had broken communication between his home people and Uganda, and they thought he was dead. So James Martin came looking for him. When he came, he met the king. He told the king of the beauties of England, and the king was impressed, and the king was like, but I want all of these. And that is why when the king wrote a letter to Queen Victoria inviting the missionaries to come and preach the gospel and bring developments in Uganda. And the first group that came, that was the Church Missionary Society. They came in 1877. The likes of C.T. Wilson and Mackay. Those were the Anglicans. And then in 1879, the White Fathers under the likes of Father Simeon Laudel, commonly known as Mapera, and Brother Amas, they also came. But we should remember that there's also the Arabs. For them, they're already into the country. And for them, they're dealing in slave trade and trade. That is also another story for another day. But for today, we are going to talk about the Catholic Church. So when they came, these people, the white fathers were given a land at Lubaga. And for the Anglicans, they gave them a land at Natete. 3 martyrs were killed from there. And this is where the king was staying. Now, when those groups were into the kingdom, everyone wanted favors from the king. And that erupted into religious war. It is also another story of its own. But on this hill, this is where we find the St. Mary's Cathedral, the biggest Catholic cathedral in Uganda, and it's the oldest. This is where the current bishop is, Archbishop Paul Segoke. Yes, he resides here. And this church has a seating capacity of 5,000 people. At the altar there, that's where the palace was of the king then. But later on, when the king was still staying here, there is a disease that it was just like COVID-19. And he had to leave this here. He had to shift, and also lightning struck this here. And then he had to shift, he had to go to Asuri tombs. But later this hill was donated and given to the Catholic faith. Okay. You cannot talk about the religious praise, the religion in Uganda, and then you don't mention about Uganda Kingdom. Uganda Kingdom plays a very important role. And that is why the church under the Good Samaritan ministry, they had to give them the Mutesa I Catholic Memorial Museum. The museum inside here is very beautiful, sincerely. You should pass by as a tour operator and tour guide. Anyone, you can come and see it. They'll tell you how we use the traditional ways of worship. They'll also tell you how we transited from our traditional ways of worship into these current religious ways of worship. In Uganda, we have so many religious dominions, from the Anglicans, Orthodox, the Hindus, the traditionalists. We should thank God for our president. I'm not sure you can, our God, it is for God and my country. Hey, so that's it.
Okay, let's have also more information additional from Elvis.
Just focusing on Mr. Being now, originally, as just saying, this was a home for Kabaka Mutesa I. I told you earlier, just had option. There was Namirembe and this one. So he established his palace here. It is important for us to know that this is the exact spot where he made the gentleman called Henry Mudel stand and gave us that money. This is where they discussed everything before he transferred his capital to Lubaga, sorry, to Kasubi. Due to smallpox, Mutesa vacated here. Then he went to Kasubi. Kasubi stayed here for only 2 years, and in 1884 he was buried there. Now, whenever we are speaking of the religious trade, people shouldn't forget the man called Kabaka Mwanga. Kabaka Mwanga is the one who gave this hill to the Catholics in 1889. Yes, actually it was on his authority, on his power. He's the one who gave them this hill. Now, the construction of this cathedral began in 1914 up to 1925. The hill, the setting of the church, it is in the, what is difficult, it's called the Romanesque revival style. It was planned by a man called Brother Gilbert from that side of Italy. Obodi wa grew up, it is in the format of a cross. I don't know if you guys get a chance to see that. The cathedral is in the format of a what? Of a cross. Then it has 2 prominent bishops who are buried here. Like Akire Chiwanuka, the first black bishop here in Uganda. Then Emmanuel Onsubuga, the bishops who are buried here. So that's what happened. Even Cyprian, by the way, Dr. Cyprian Ranga is here, actually inside the cathedral there. So you can find Dr. Cyprian. The church has 22 windows representing the 22 Catholic martyrs. People, to be more specific, martyrs to the side of the church, they are heroes. They are saints. When you go the other side, they are rebels. Batuju. Bajemera kabaka. Bajemu. All together. Ujana no baita batuju, waman. That's your...
Okay, thank you so much, Elvis. Thank you so much, Fiona. We are moving to the meeting.
The interesting bit of it, after the martyrdom, Kabaka Mwanga went to exile. He repented by now.
He was exiled.
Yes, he was exiled. He repented and was baptized Daniel. So, yes, that's the beauty of it. Yes, Kabaka Mwanga Daniel.
Okay, thank you. So we are walking to our final destination. We are going to pass here to Ungarari, then we go to the craft center. So you can use your pace. Let's go.
So we are going to the last.
Yeah, we are